don't know if you guys have seen this. Lego got a $200 Pikachu, and apparently there's a $650 of all three. This is very common for some reason. Lego seems to be really pushing this adult fun. It's all 18 plus, and not even in an adult way. They're trying to target millennials like you. This has been a thing. Well, some might say that it hasn't. And as somebody that always hated Lego, has never been into them or enjoyed them, I even famously made a parent cry once because I got a Lego toy as a kid, and I said that I hated Legos, and they felt really bad about getting me Legos. I've never liked Lego, but apparently they used to be for children. Modern Lego, no kids allowed. Let's figure out what happened to this company, shall we? Hey, who's hungry? This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. That's right, HelloFresh. You guys have probably already heard of HelloFresh. I've worked with them a few times before, and as have many other creators. And there's a good reason why. HelloFresh is famous for delivering fresh, easy-to-make recipes right to your door with all kinds of pre-portioned ingredients to make cooking just a little bit easier, more convenient, or something that you could learn pretty easily. HelloFresh takes all the hassle out of home cooking, like figuring out what's for dinner, or what you have the ingredients for, or what you can actually make. They have these pre-portioned packages, and you just take them right out of the fridge and can cook it right on the spot. HelloFresh makes it easy by making sure that everything is already pre-portioned and ready to go. They've got very easy to follow steps and recipes so you'd never get lost along the way. Even a dummy like me can figure it out. That smells good. I've used HelloFresh a bunch over the years. They just make it so much easier to plan out your week, decide what meals you actually want to do, and decide what meals you want to make is the big thing. Behold my favorite concoction, the one-pot cowboy turkey and bean chili. This joint is savory and delicious. So check out HelloFresh today and try out their delicious pre-portioned meals to take all the guesswork and planning out of the cooking process. As per usual, I've got a code for you to make it as simple as possible. Right now, when you click the link in the description and when you use code Coney, HFZWL, that order is very important, you're going to get a free Zwilling 4-star chef's knife, which is a $145 value, plus 10 free meals, plus free shipping on your first box. You're going to get everything. So try out HelloFresh today, and thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video.
People who've ever watched one of my videos has at one point or another played with Legos. It's practically a staple of childhood. I've been ruminating on the Lego brand for a few days now. This short is the culprit. In a nutshell, the dude basically says just about everything in this set sucked. I'm well aware this is most likely rage bait, but that's besides the point, because
Rage baiting the SpongeBob Lego set? You could make money doing anything now on the internet. That's awesome.
I'm not even talking specifically about this Lego SpongeBob set, but it works great as an example because it represents the way a lot of Lego sets used to be constructed. Being 100% accurate to the show was not the point. The point was, you get the entirety of SpongeBob's neighborhood, a shit ton of play features, and all at an affordable price.
Oh, I guess the idea is like, yes, that's where this video is going. This is like the thesis statement in the beginning. The adults wanted 100% accuracy, and kids just want to use their imagination with like, hey, SpongeBob lives in the pineapple, haha. And adults are like, that's not what pineapples look like. Yeah, why does SpongeBob's house have a basketball hoop? See, you're the millennial. That's you. You want the $800 SpongeBob house that has his foghorn alarm clock. Okay, what the fuck is up with Squidward? Patrick looks good. SpongeBob is a Squidward, we didn't know what to do. Like, we're just like, whatever, man, just send that shit, I guess. Get in the big round one. I don't know. Do your best impression of SpongeBob's alarm clock. I already did the no. I'm sure a lot of people left when I was loud like 5 minutes ago. I can't do it again. What about SpongeBob's laugh? You mean this one? I taught my kid how to do the SpongeBob laugh, and she can't do it. She's like, ah! I'm like, no, that's not it. That's not it. Neither can you. I definitely can. Everybody was delighted by my SpongeBob laugh just a second ago. Look at all the people laughing. They loved it.
Not a model for adults that's gonna sit on a shelf. That's the point of this video if you haven't figured it out by now.
I figured it out.
Legos
I
are
solved
barely
it. Yep.
for kids anymore,
Yep.
and I think that sucks. But I don't think it really takes a genius to point out the negative direction that Lego has been heading in. There are a lot of factors you could point to, but I think they can be summed up in 3 points.
I feel like it's a positive direction in terms of like the business, right? Nintendo's doing the same thing. They got Super Mario for babies. Like they're really pivoting into this lifestyle brand thing. As a brand, you kind of want to like, if you can capture a generation and then move up with that generation, as long as you don't go too far, right? Lego has the benefit of like their nostalgia is secondhand. Like you can be nostalgic for Legos, but you're really nostalgic for like, mostly I think now they get to hide behind IPs. So you're nostalgic for the Lego sets that you played with that are based on IPs when you were a kid. Does that make sense? But their normal shit they could just make normally.
Too much catering to adults, too much focus on accuracy/detail, and an over-reliance on pre-established brands. These problems synergize, ultimately massively diminishing the value a kid can get out of Lego as a whole. But why don't we take a look at an example that embodies all 3 of these issues?
See, as a dad, I feel like this shit's not true, because you can buy cheap-ass Lego sets. I mean, cheap relatively. They're not cheap. I could go to Target right now and buy a $10 Lego set for, like, some Disney princess, right? It wouldn't be a good set. That shit would take like 20 minutes and it'd be fast, but you know, it's fine. You can play with it. Yeah, you're not buying that 650 Pokemon set for a 5-year-old. Ain't no way, no.
Any sort of model that is meant to be stuck on a shelf is totally fine. These sorts of sets don't in any way, shape, or form encroach on
bully
Legos
music,
for kids.
Right? I love
The
this
issue is Lego targeting adults doesn't start and end with these. It bleeds over to the more play-oriented sets. Ironically, this line that usually gets the most ire has stayed fairly consistent. But Star Wars as a set line has always had a focus towards vehicles. So while the quality might ebb and flow, the price of comparable sets is at least in the same ballpark.
Well, Star Wars, I think, is one of the prototypical brands of like the 70s kids turning into the 90s adults and wanting this shit. Pokemon is next, right? I feel like that's the next most comparable thing. But Star Wars was like, I think, the first thing that they would be able to like ride with the IP.
If you really want to see how screwy things have gotten, I have the perfect line to compare. Lego Harry Potter.
Somebody in chat called it. I mean, listen, I don't want to sound mean. A chatter said that I was going to discriminate against all my chatters until they all leave. Harry Potter adults, I don't have to finish the sentence, but you know where I'm going with it. This series is only liked by your generation. First off, don't blame me for that shit. Second off, what do you want me to do about it, man? Harry Potter is like a kid's thing that kids don't like now. I don't know who be fucking with Harry Potter.
Harry Potter is a theme mostly centered around buildings. So let's compare the most substantial set from
bro, I think he's with the IRS. Why, he got a camera in the turban.
This isn't an entirely accurate comparison, because in the current Lego line, Hogwarts Castle was split into multiple sets.
Real.
This is somewhat true of the original, as you were encouraged to combine multiple smaller play sets.
That looks like ass. You know, when you show it, you really do, I think, understand, like, oh, they really upped the quality. Because this just, like, I guess, like, it just looks like a castle. It's not a lot of detail there, right?
So in this case, I'm going to take the largest castle set as the point of comparison.
Okay,
so
please
in
do that.
2025, if you want only the main part of the castle, mind you, it's going to run you the cool price of $260. Now, the original set was only $90.
Which is still kind of a lot, especially back then, right?
Now, before you shout, inflation, it would be $150.
I mean, it's still less,
the value we assign to products is not as simple as saying, percent go up, price go up. These new ones, they're primarily for adults. The average parent cannot afford to spend $260 on a single set. That's just the reality of most working people's situations.
Well, yeah.
And hey, I get it. I understand why it costs
a secret
more.
passage.
It has way more pieces and minifigures.
Where is Ron? What's he doing there, bro?
But that's not a boon for children.
Bro, what the
Because
fuck?
of that increased piece count. But that's
Yeah. They also can't afford a $90 set. I think it's more, I don't think it's a stretch to say that like a $90 set and a $260 set for a dumbass Harry Potter set are different, right? Like you might splurge on one big toy for your kid for like $100. That's like the big thing. $260, get the fuck out of my face.
I get it, $90 isn't exactly cheap still, but like, holy shit, this is the biggest piece in this line.
That shit does
like,
not look
$90
big.
represents the ceiling here. Kids are far less inclined for total source material accuracy.
Sorry, I need groceries. For what?
Not to mention a plaything that's more than likely eventually going to get destroyed.
Thanks, Tito.
Isn't that the point? You get to build something, then you play with it, and eventually through the process of being a kid, it gets destroyed.
Is that like the appeal of Legos? I'm being serious. As a non-Lego guy, is the idea eventually you're just like, all right, I'm done. I don't think that happens, right? You just pick it apart when you're done. Not really. This guy's a freak. You got to go into your garage, set up like a tarp, and then just, you know. For kids, though, yeah, I guess. You smash that shit. But you wouldn't build this big-ass thing. You wouldn't build a big castle to break it.
Hey, remember in the Lego movie when the whole point was to not be so rigid and let loose with your imagination?
Yeah.
But aren't you inducing that mentality when you make sets like that?
Well, no, because in the movie, they still had the big city. They just let Batman be in the Hogwarts castle. So actually, it's even better for corporate overlords, because check this out. It's like Fortnite. Everybody is here.
Fuck wrecking this shit.
You know?
This costs so much money. Glue that shit together right away. Fine, whatever. Just forget the super expensive.
I could have Lego Darth Vader fight Lego Batman in Hogwarts. I'm saying.
In 2003, you get this giant structure with massive pillars,
Cool.
fires, banners, fucking
Yeah.
snakes and shit. So, what do you get in the new one? Well, you get a platform and a fireplace.
Very cool. Yeah. And everybody's here.
Just look how they stretched that piece count in the original. I'm actually flabbergasted that the 2003
I don't know nothing about
version
Harry
comes
Potter.
with an
How's it?
entire
Is that like a
structure
big deal?
with fewer pieces. This is what detail orientation and accuracy gets you. A platform and a fireplace. And it has to be this way, otherwise it can't fit alongside the more expensive stuff.
Yeah, you gotta pay more for the small shit that's more accurate. I see.
Straight
I
up,
get it.
there's no value for kids here. Because it's not for kids anymore.
It's still for kids, but I don't think kids need that. Kids don't care about it, right?
They seem like dressing for the larger models, because in most cases, they literally are. This issue persists with most of the name
Kids
brand
got priced out. Yeah, but they're not paying for it anyway.
lines. A lot of focus on
What kid is gonna pay up for the one-piece ship, right? That's a lot of weeks of allowance.
detail and tons of pieces, which jacks up the price.
I did see the Simpsons one. There was like a Krusty Burger that was $200. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
LEGO fans like as much detail and accuracy as possible, so getting you this stuff, it's just not in the cards anymore. I'm sorry. But not to fear, we can just go over to one of LEGO's many original lines. Oh wait, what original lines?
Monkey Kid. Oh my God, Lego Friends is a line. My kid put that shit on Netflix when I wasn't looking. I'm like, what is this?
Probably gonna phase out 2 of them. Not only that, Monkey Kid and Ninjago both have the problem of a lot of really expensive sets and not that many smaller ones.
Oh.
I'd say the original themes that offer the most variety are City and Friends. These two have a lot of different size sets
Friends
at
got a
various
lot.
prices.
Yeah. I mean, this is just they just took the Disney princess stuff and took the princess shit off. Like you just go on a road trip, or you know, this is the house from Encanto, but now we changed it a different color and it's different.
The original lines were also very important because they could offer purpose-built variety. With original lines, you can do whatever you want, and you can witness that in the properties that LEGO still gives a shit about.
What happened to Bionicle? Yeah, was that like that's Transformers, right? They got rid of Bionicles? Really? Damn. Bionicle was so peak, it was before my time. This is how I know chat's biased. They're like, Harry Potter? Wow, that's cringe millennial shit. That's so stupid. Why would anybody like that? Bionicle, though. Bionicle is awesome. That was such a cool toy. I love Bionicle. I didn't experience it, but I think you guys are maybe a little biased here, right? Like, come on. Bionicle was awesome, though. I don't think it was as awesome as Harry Potter. I'm going to be so real with you, man. Did it spawn an 8-movie series featuring Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson? Coney, look up the Power Miners Titanium Drill. Okay, I guess. Behold. Oh, wait. That's kind of like that. That's kind of cool.
An evil giant rock monster.
Ah! Get him, Legos!
Now you can build.
Bro, the kids are God in this universe. Imagine you are a power miner, right? You live in the cave and this big titan shows up. And you're like, oh no, what are we going to do? And then God's hand comes down and a miracle, right? Builds you a contraption. The God doesn't get rid. Wait a minute. This is beautiful. God will not remove troubles from your life, but he will give you the means to deal with them in the way that he sees fit. There's like a self-help book in there. Coney, you just explained prayer. If I was a Lego guy, I would pray for a power mining set every day.
Watch out! Incoming monster!
Oh no, the devil!
Drill and fight back.
That can't be God. God is now on the other team. Stop it!
Incoming monster! Monster cage activated.
He put the voice line. Incoming monster. Monster cage activated.
You control the battle with a new Lego Power Miner.
Dude, that's
Each set
awesome.
sold separately.
That's awesome. That's really good. I bet the monsters were praying too. I hope he doesn't get a titanium command rig. My Lego play experiences as of a vengeful God. Has Lego ever made a church? I would think that they probably did a church in like a roundabout way, like that very famous New York church. The designers are banned from IRL war, military, religion, etc. Dude, war would be, I can make a Black Hawk helicopter. Wow. That sounds kind of neat. I mean, that's a market, right? Wait a minute. If Lego don't be making war shit, I might make a Normandy, like a beach, right? With the bunkers, I might make that. Lego set of Muhammad in the cave. The Red Sea parting. Do you not think that would sell like crazy? You've been beaten to the punch. Bible bricks. Oh, they even got the yellow. Fuck me, man. The Wilderness Tabernacle set. Why is that the first thing? Can I see more? Is your child zoning out during Bible time? I think we gotta update this meme, man. Bored at church? No. Have them build the sanctuary. Honor God in all his ways. I am the door. Wait. Bro, they got scripture while you're making it? Oh my God. Imagine building it and all of the instructions are in scripture and you're like, what the fuck do they be? I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God. So does it go here or there? Am I the pillar? There's a way better set you can get. Hold up. Behold, the Jesus crucifixion set. Add a piece of history to anywhere you wish. Oh God. Surely you would feel bad making this. Now I'm doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like, before it's like, now I'm a participant. I feel like he should come assembled. And I'm like, oh, man, this guy's enjoying this shit way too much. Stop doing that. Let him go. This guy is like, son of God, eh? You convene with the Lord on high. Let's see if your God will save you now, Lego Jesus. I'm replacing Jesus with a Bionicle. I'm replacing that shit with Lego City. Oh no, someone's been crucified in Lego City. Save them from the cross.
These are simpler looking sets that get across structures.
It is so funny that Minecraft is now in Lego. God, that's beautiful, right?
Oh, and look at that. This line has a ton of variety at
That's
various price points. Even more so than City or Friends.
Well, that's because that is for children. I think Minecraft is for children. My kid has never played Minecraft before, but every time I'm looking for a movie to watch or something to put on, she says Minecraft, and she sees like the thumbnail for it. She wants to watch that.
Quote unquote play version should be offered. This set wouldn't be concerned with being extremely accurate, but rather one that offers an alternative broad strokes interpretation that's more concerned with actually being played with. Lego would never do this, of course. I suspect if they offered a version of a sought-after set that was halfway decent while being affordable, most people would just go for that one.
You could probably have different levels of things. You could have a kid's version and an adult version of this shit. I don't see why not. I bet they probably do, actually. I bet that shit exists.
Let me introduce you to the scam that is the 4+ line of sets.
Okay.
Simpler sets with less pieces
what I was thinking
for
of,
more
yeah.
money.
Oh.
I get they have bigger molded pieces and everything as printing, but you can't convince me that this shit isn't highway robbery.
I mean, it is $15 is a lot.
Look, if your 4-year-old is having a tough time following instruction, just get them a bin of Legos instead. There's no point to this. It's just
That's
greed.
probably true.
But it's worse than that, because similar to Nintendo,
Whoa!
LEGO leverages that concept that their brand represents the nostalgia of childhood wonderment.
What if you woke up tomorrow and you were a Lego? You had to be very careful. You can't talk because you don't have vocal cords. You could still do charades. Die? Well, you might, but what if you knew it would only last a week? My cat would chew on me. The cat eats Legos? Like a single piece or a whole body? Like this guy. You'd be a whole Lego man. I'd put my legs on backwards. That's dangerous. I want to be one of the Lego tires. Why did you?
Marks drive up the price of these things, but at the end of the day, it's kids that are most effective because they don't have any say in the matter. But you never realize that because holy crow does LEGO lean on kids in all of their marketing. Yeah, I don't see a lot of 30-year-old guys with neck beards in these ads.
I think you see a lot of, you assume, grown professional men and women. Lego is a very, how do I put it? Not a high-end hobby, but I feel like there's a lot of, like, professional people that would buy this shit.
When 90% of children won't be able to afford anything close to these sets.
My econ professor is a Lego cat kit. Yeah, like that. Like, I feel like that's like a professor, lawyer, doctor. Like, I could see this being, like, you get one thing, right?
At the end of the day, I don't think Lego should be for me, an adult, and I'd rather facilitate newer generations getting to experience the same thing I loved as a kid. I think people might try and argue that the LEGO company has to focus on older audiences because all kids these days are doing is playing on that damn telephone.
Did you guys see that apparently Roblox monthly players eclipses Steam, Fortnite, and one other game combined? I don't know if it's like PlayStation or Xbox, but like they're bigger than everything.
You have to admit, it's a far more tantalizing prospect when half the time you can't find a decent LEGO set for under $50 nowadays. These marketing geniuses at the LEGO company don't understand that. Oh wow, our stupid augmented reality thing didn't work? Guess we better triple down on name brands, that's the only way we can make money! Hey bud, maybe just offer some cheaper sets. Maybe some kind of actual
I love it when the YouTuber gets mad.
value proposition might go a long way in clawing back some of those kids you lost to the telephone. I'm not a part of the LEGO scene or really any toy scenes at all. I do know one thing though, toys should first and foremost be for kids.
Let's go! I mean, like, you know, it's... Yeah, I feel like they have that, bro. They have the kids' ones, and they're cheaper.